Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Jeebs here. Take 3, because I've just been choking, coughing, hacking. I needed to take a hit of my asthma spray, but is there really Ventolin in there? And we are celebrating RoboGorbechev's 140,000 channel points, which means if you're here on this channel, you hang out here long enough, you gain these little channel points, you get to 140,000 K. And we have you do your own personal playlist, 1 hour long, and I listen to it with you. Whether you're here live on a chat like RoboGorbechev or we can do it offline, video to video kind of podcast style, and I've had some success with that. But today, RoboGorbechev decided he just wanted to join us. So I've got his playlist here, as you can see, all prepped because he's that kind of guy. And I also have, what's really super cool, a little bit of a breakdown of each one of these tracks that he likes and why. So that's what we're doing. We're going to get right into it, unless I blow it and it's take 4. I'm just kidding. All right, so here we go, guys. The very first choice for RoboGorbechev is Dr. Pez, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Medley. This was done in 2022. I believe you've reacted to some of Dr. Pez's videos before. This is another medley of his. The video chapters show the name of the track playing, and the footage in the background shows what's happening in the game during the track. I like that kind of stuff. Gives me a little theater of the mind. Let's see what else we got here. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl released in Nintendo DS in 2006. In the game, the player starts off in a small town on a quest to be the best Pokemon trainer in the region. The player must travel across the region and defeat the best trainer in each city, known as gym leaders. After defeating all 8 gym leaders, the player can then challenge the champion, Cynthia, to become the very best. Along the way, the player battles an evil organization called Team Galactic, who seek to use Pokemon for nefarious reasons. Okay, well, so be it. Here we go. This is our very first track from RoboGorbechev's playlist, and this one is called Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Music Medley by Dr. Pez. Let's go. All right. Ooh, clever with the video. Oh my God, look at that fretless bass. That was beautiful. Wow, huge. Well, the game looks, it's giving me kind of Stardew Valley vibes. I got one of those. I should use it on the stream. Actually, it was a great gift by one of the Kados. Super fun, uplifting, great instrumentation. Nice little key lift there. Was this guy like born in a music store or something? Look at all the instruments he's got. It's insane. Wait, isn't that other guy? This one. He does a lot of great videos like this, doesn't he? So DR, you're saying that video games like Stardew Valley and how this look, that was kind of a standard look for the time? Oh, the handheld console vibe. Got it. This guy's tremendously talented. The French horn is subtle, but it's beautiful back there. I don't know if this is live or not, but also the drum programming is fantastic if it's programming. I mean, of course, it could be a drum overdub and not him. He's not showing it, but I'm just saying, it sounds great. Is it Robo? It sounds fantastic. Program with love, I'd like to say. Nice guitar part. It reminds me a little bit of a Steve Lukather vibe. A little Hammond and cheese sandwich right there. I like this part. It has kind of a sneaky secret agent vibe. Sounds like battle music to me. God, that bass pattern was insane. I love that it's a trumpet over, well, it sounds like it's a trumpet over another synth brass line. Jeez. Great technique, his left hand, which is apparent by the bass he's playing also. He's got incredible left hand work. That's what it really sounds like over those little games, I guess. Creative. I like that. Wow, it's fascinating watching this guy. This has like a little bit of a, that had a little bit more of a Spanish matador vibe to it. A little bit of an Oingo Boingo reach. Oh. Somebody pull out the tip jar. Aman, where are you? This should be the background music for the current escalating little war between those two countries. God, these sound so good, these guitar tones. This almost sounds like a celebration, like they got past the level. I love that with the flute and the harp in the back. This sounds like a part of the game that might say, you're leveling up to the next level. Let's get ready and go. Oh. I love how this composer is incorporating so many different musicians. A lot of soul in this playing here, isn't it? This kind of composition gives me the vibes of like walking around and meeting people. I can only think of Stardew Valley because that's all I know. I've never played Pokemon stuff. But it's almost like a very friendly, like, hi Steve, how are you? Oh, fine, my mom just fed me. I like the piano moves. Oh, that great little cheesy Casio organ vibe. I love that. Getting little Beatle vibes here. Even when you listen closely to the little string section back there. I love this section. Oh, she's performing wonderfully. Yeah, I mean, on the precision of the musicianship is just phenomenal. Clarity of tones, even better, clarity of arrangements. Even the subtle nuances, like that thing we just hear. Let's move him out. Waha. Nice. The answer call in those eighth notes. Good sound of the bass. You know how much energy it takes to program the drums out well? It's unbelievable. You know if you know. Sounds like it might be part of the game where you're an achievement. Ooh, nice and dissonant. Oh, that's wonderful. Love the piano work there. Oh, nice. These guys are so incredibly talented. You just can't help but think of these. This is like all like it's just like a highlight reel of Juilliard or Berkeley or something. This sounds like it might be like some kind of another battle. Oh, that's the game playing in the background, okay. You see, for me, since I don't know what the original music sounds like, to me, this is the original OST for the game in my head. Major over minor. I like that. No, no. You know, the way he records this is making those French horns, and no matter if all the horn work that's happening here sound just incredible, and that's hard to do with a single instrument out. Wow, the fact that he did that with the French horn. Was that what he's playing on the steel? Is that the Le Motif? It just incredible, RoboGorbechev. It's just mind-numbing. I always get slightly sad and depressed to just know how much incredible talent there is out there that makes me feel like I'm gonna have imposter syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Such incredible, incredible talent. And something else too is such incredible passion. And what I mean by that is because to be in love with the game so much, to take the energy to put into a piece like this, is outstanding on the whole. And the video, yeah, that you know, when I watch videos like that, listen to musicians like that, RoboGorbechev, I've said this before when I've seen single musicians that play multiple instruments, that the music industry is in good hands. The musicians of the world, you know, wait, let me get this. I'm going to flip that a little bit. The music industry is kind of meh, but the musicians in the world are pushing forward in leaps and bounds, that as soon as the opportunity comes for these musicians to shine, which obviously they've pulled some of that energy from watching video games. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything else that you ever see covered in such details, if it isn't these musicians who also love their video games and have a musical attachment to the songs and stuff? That, what we just watched, was a hell of a lot of work. A hell of a lot of work. I can't even guess, but I'm gonna say it took a couple months just to track everything. You know, not because they couldn't do it in 1 or 2 or 3, 4 passes. It's merging the arrangements and stuff like that. And then maybe, am I gonna say maybe like another month to mix it? I don't know. These musicians and engineers, and they work at such incredible speeds, and they're just so freaking talented. It's just, it's just mind-numbing. And so thank you for that, Robo. Okay, we're going to the next one that Robo wants us to listen to. Number 2, okay, this is Marty Friedman, Valley of Eternity, 1992. Marty Friedman is one of my favorite guitarists, best known for his time in Megadeth from 1990 to 2000. As a teenager, Marty's family moved to Hawaii. Yes. Where he was exposed to music from various Asian countries on the radio, and he began to incorporate their motifs and ideas into his guitar playing. Maybe I should read this rest of this in how Dave Mustaine would have sung it. This track is from the second solo album since 1992. It features drums from his Megadeth bandmates at the time, Nick Menza, and produced by Japanese New Age composer Kitaro. I'm sorry. That was Dave Mustaine reading the last paragraph. Sorry. RoboGorbechev, here we go. This is Marty Friedman's Valley of Eternity, 1992. Let's go. A guitar that has one of those piezo's or piezo outputs. God, that soft analog pad in the back. Sounds like one of the older Jupiters from Roland. There was some of that Asian influence there as well. Guys, remember, this is 1992. This is when... This is like stepping out of the box saying, screw the fucking industry, I'm doing some great music I want to do, and this is what you get. I'm assuming, too, he's probably playing the bass. Little Spanish influence there. And also, if you listen to it, this is kind of on the heels of the Steve Vai, Joe Satriani releases. So you can hear a little bit of Leapfrog influencing in production, but obviously his own signature. Now we're getting a little bit of the outside influences in there. But at this place, when guitar players get this good, even some of the acoustic guitar work is direct. You know, direct line ins. Now we're leaning into more of his metal reach. Robo, is this project pre or post Megadeth, or was it simultaneous? Oh wow, this was a side project. One freaking buzz on any of those notes. Unbelievable. Swapping up the modes. Oh, and a fade. I like that. RoboGorbechev. So much about this nostalgically for me, being that this was, what did you say here? It was 1992, I think you put down. That's that era where, to tell you guys the truth, because why would I lie? That's when I was really neck deep into the grunge era. But I always had this peripheral outside joy of having all the instrumentals from like Mark Bonilla, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, Eric Johnson, and unfortunately I never got onto the Marty Friedman side gigs or side projects like this. This is an amalgamation of a lot of that for me. I think out of those guitar players that I just mentioned, what Marty really truly brings in this is a very expressive technique. For those of you who don't know, when we talk about guitar players and You can line up 10 guitar players and have them play the same exact phrase. All of them play the same exact phrase, and they can each do it like butter. And what I mean by that is you won't hear fret noise, you won't hear, but each one of them have their own bending techniques or vibratos and stuff. And that's what differentiates guitar players, is that even though they're playing the same riff, it's what's coming out of here. And that track that I heard was just pure 100% butter. Even though there was some sizzle on some of the stuff. Even in the tapping, I think Lisa had mentioned earlier that even the tapping has a little bit of a Satriani vibe. Truth be told, when you think about tapping and stuff like that, I think we get a real sense of whose tapping is it? Based on, getting it logged in our head, like if it was a Joe Satriani style of tapping, or if it's a Joe Satriani style of tapping because of its voicings. So tapping is tapping. Pull-offs and all that also have their own personalities. But a lot of times the tapping thing also has different types of voices. You can really take that voicing out there, and the, what's the word I always use? Not voicings. What's the other word that I use for big steps in the keys? Or in the notes, that big steps, excuse me. So, bye, Lisa. See ya. Anyhow, phrasing. No, not phrasing. The other word is, it's not. I'm going to try to get it. So let me freeze for a second. Intervals. Thank you. Intervals. Thank you. Schnook and I said it at the same time. So, because sometimes you get these really super wide intervals. Like Eddie used to love doing super wide intervals. And then, believe it or not, guys like, he just passed away, a very famous guitar player who's had fingers like this, was the Jazz Fusion. I can think of his face, but I'm not having a good day with my memory today. He has a lot of closer voicings and intervals in it. But, anyhow, I strayed. Sorry. Okay, next up from RoboGorbechev's 140,000 point redeem session. Not much of a write-up on here, but number 3 is from the artist Izumi Saki, and the name of the track here is Makenaide. 1993, folks. Let's go. Oh, so Marty's also playing on this. Is this what this is? Super fun pop chords on this. Oh, I just got through reading a little bit of this Gorbachev. I get it. I'll clear it up in a second. Okay, really quick. I was comboed here with this message here. So what this is the original version of this particular song, sung by this artist. And so let me read this really quick. While in Megadeth, Friedman's love for Japanese music led him to spend time on the tour bus learning Japanese. In 2003, he moved to Japan to start a solo career and ended up becoming a TV celebrity, appearing on hundreds of TV programs, as well as collaborating with many prominent Japanese artists. In 2021, Friedman released a cover of Makenaide, I guess, a fairly straightforward but catchy pop song released in 1993 by Izumi Saki, one of the most successful female artists in Japan's history. The song was an anthem in the 90s in Japan, and it translates to "Don't Give Up." So that's what's happening here. So what we're listening to is the original, and following that is going to be his version of 2021. Okay, I wanted to make that clear because I kind of blew it on the read. She's thinking in her mind going, oh my God, did I turn off the gas in my house? She's not even there. Poor girl. I think the record company said, just shut up and do it. But she must be, like Robo said, this is the original artist. So it must have been an anthem theme that blew up and she went, oh my God, this is successful. I got to sing this 500 times? Shit. Looking around for the escape hatch. Hurry up, somebody hit the button. Is this a fade? What do I do now? Somebody help me. Get me off. I don't mean get me off. I don't mean that way. I'm just, shut up. Here's the one that Marty Friedman did. That was great. I love that phrasing. What a great choice for that lead right there. For the melody, what is it? Kind of a choky guitar tone. Sorry, I got hiccups. Oh my God, somebody threw in a Genty breakdown. I love that. Go, Marty. Ooh, that dissonant piano working. Gosh. little bit of a Queen vibes in the guitar. There's a nice little string arrangement back there too. It's holding the core melody. Just so absolutely fucking incredible how talented he is. So far, this whole thing that you've laid out in front of me, Robo, has been nothing but just incredible talent. His harmonies on his lead work and stuff they kind of harken back to more of the '80s style of when guitars are doing lead work, but they harmonize with each other. They're playing their own things. That kind of reminds me of the '80s style kind of work, but without a doubt, he definitely took a little bit more of the modern day. I guess this was what, 2020, when was this? This was 2021, with kind of getting that cut, that drop, that cut beat, genty little vibe to it and stuff. There was some also really super nice arrangements in there. There was another string arrangement that was way in the back that had a lot of bright spiccato work in there. But it was really pulled back in the back, but it filled out really nicely. Did some great work with the piano, so I don't know if he's doing that himself. But for me to see him, or hear him actually, continually transition from being, kind of being born of that '80s rock guitar gods, if you would, musicianships that started blooming and stuff like that. And that's only 5 years ago. Now we're going to listen to another track that was also 5 years ago, and to keep pushing and putting it out there and working on projects and stuff like that just goes to show you the deep-seated passion that he has for his music. So, and we're going to go right to the next one. This is called Marty Friedman Japan Heritage Theme 2021. In 2021, Friedman was named an ambassador of Japanese heritage by the Japanese government. Brah, that is badass. Becoming the first foreigner to receive the honor. He was asked to write a theme for the Japan Heritage Program, which would be played at the government's events celebrating Japanese culture. Wow. What a milestone. But I tell you what, it doesn't surprise me, because I'm listening to his arrangement skills and stuff like that, and this guy seems like somebody who can go way outside of what he might be pegged as being like a guitar, a metal guitar, instrumental aficionado stuff. There's probably so many different sides to him. So let's listen to that. Wow, this is an incredible journey. Thanks, Robo. Such feeling. Oh my goodness. That I got a little bit of a Queen sting on that. Nice little lo-fi drop. The implementation of the cultural instruments there is beautiful. Nice string work, but a small section. Can you hear the koto? I love that. That note into the bend. Second time I've heard that, I've gone like. Picking technique with that right hand. Man, what an honor it must have been for him to compose that. And especially the very first time that it was done for somebody who was not Japanese, which I think is super duper 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 outstanding. Beautiful arrangements. Remember, just before this, I was saying, it just the way that kind of skill set and creativity for arrangements that I was listening to the earlier tracks when I said I bet we're only hearing just a small amount of his talents based on him being kind of locked into a genre per se, and this stepped way outside of that, just the way I'd hoped it was when I listened to it. And we heard different kinds of arrangements, very 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 honor, hope, joy, celebration vibe in that whole thing. The video was fantastic. There's a part of me that kind of, I've never been to Japan. I want to go once, hopefully, before I punt. And, and to hear that Japan is suffering a little bit of it's like, the old community, the older ways are fading to the new. So a lot of the beautiful traditional things that we see may not be around in another 30 to 50 years. And, so this video kind of made me a little like, oh God, I really got to get there before it changes or anything like that. But his music against the video was phenomenal. I loved it. And there was an integration, obviously, of some Japanese instrumentation on that. So I did notice, though, he has a very unique right hand on how his picking is kind of up, which is bizarre. Bizarre because it's not mine. It's probably perfect for him. It just is very unique. Very unique. Yeah, DR, I'm hoping too this year, next year. That would be nice. Okay, next up from RoboGorbechev's 140,000 redemption session here. This one is Jerry Reed and Chet Atkins, All I Ever Need Is You, 1972. This is from the 1972 album Me and Chet. Jerry Reed is panned to the left and Chet Atkins to the right. Now, at first I only, my dad did something with Chet way back in the day, or my uncle, one of the two did. But Jerry Reed, I only knew as the guy that was in the movie, and Smokey and the Bandit. I didn't have an idea or an understanding that he was a musician. I've heard a bit of his work. If I'm right, it's the same guy, right? Jerry Reed, who played in Smokey and the Bandit. And I heard once a piece. They gave him a guitar somewhere, and I was going, "Oh, look, this guy's gonna play something cute, some country thing." And I was like, "Bruh, what?" But anyhow, let's see what this is all about. Let's go. Listen to that recording. Chef's kiss. This could be actually like 8-track tape. What is that, half inch? Toe tapper. Such a great toe tapper. They only had 2 mics for the drums. Actually, if this was 8-track, this pulls. The track actually reminds me of the personality I remember that Reed played on Smokey and the Bandit. You know what I'm saying? It really spoke well. Like, that's all I know how to connect it, you know? And, of course, Chet Atkins is mind-numbing. What a great track in the sense, too, that it was a bass. There was one other guitar overdub, Chet Atkins, Jerry Reed, and a kit. So, theoretically, this could have been a clean 8-track recording, except putting the drum kit on one channel and then just giving it maybe a little post-reverb just to give it a bit of a kind of like a little stereo reflection. But that's why I was saying, oh my God, listen to this recording. You know, it just brings me back into the days when, I don't know, my dad had his Tascam 38 and we had this little Tascam, or no, TIAC? No, Tascam 38 and the Tascam console and stuff like that back in like 75, 6 or something like that. Way back in 1976, RoboGorbechev. That was great. Oh my God, just the best ever. You just put me into a nostalgic thing. I love that. Yes, thanks, Robo. Look, he's making fun of me. 1 a.m., where's your emote? You might as well just chime in with the old man emote. Brah. Sorry. Look, now everyone's laughing at me. Okay, there we see. Go ahead. I'll wait. Maybe I can change my depends right now. I don't know. I should do it. I'm going to name my cat Catheter. You know, come here. I'm sorry. No, let's just keep going. Next up is going to be, oh my God, there's another one by DR. I'm dying. Okay. So here's another one here by Masayoshi Takanaka. The name of the track is Plumed Bird. Bukaki 1981, is it? Is that? Budokan. I'm sorry. I can't read. I'm looking at this. I'm going, And my dyslexia reshapes the words to all kinds of stupid stuff. I'm just sorry. Oh, shit. Let me pull it together. Masayoshi Takanaka is a Japanese guitarist who came to prominence in the 1970s and the 80s. He's the guy with the the guy with the surfboard guitar. That guy's brilliant. The track is from 1981 album The Rainbow Goblins, which is a concept album based on an Italian children's book of the same name. The story is about a group of goblins who try to eat the rainbow. This is the second to last track of the album, where the rainbow is nearly eaten by the goblins, but defeats them with the help of the flowers in the valley. Kind of sounds like our current day politics here. This is from 1981 performance of Budokan. He performed most of the album. The art show is from the original children's book. Okay, here we go.
Saved
hey,
by
Brex.
the flowers, the rainbow was reborn, more glorious and more splendid than ever before. As an act of grace, the rainbow transformed the flowers into beautiful butterflies, brilliant dragonflies, and magnificently plumed birds.
Ooh, nice and riffage. Robo, would you say that this band was probably the top-notch answer to, let's say, the fusion era, jazz fusion era of the 70s in the West? Oh, looks like I just walked on the deck of the Love Boat with this piece. They're so incredibly talented, but they love to give you that whiff of beauty, if you would. Like this section here is just kind of lets you off the hook a little bit, and then they're going to get right back into something a little more funky doodle, probably. Great percussion going on here. Listen what's going on here on the congas. Ooh, smoking. Let's go. Ooh, that's going to leave a mark. Don't use soap. Oof. Oh, nice. Now I know what to do with those 2x4s in my house. I love this. I will tell you what not only does this band have incredible musicianship and everything and arrangements and stuff, but I gotta tell you, they really do put on one hell of a stage show. You know what I'm saying? These guys are tighter than a squirrel's ear. Yeah, I chose my orifices carefully there. I like this harmony. That's me adding mine, sorry. Oh, God, this guy's so good. Welcome to the Love Boat. You'll find your cabin off to the left behind the bathrooms. For those of you who are not traveling first class, go down by the propeller and hang on for dear life. Thank you for joining us on the Love Boat. Remember, guys, this is live. No. Every note memorized. Oh my God. Every single note memorized. Here's the next one, actually. This is also part of RoboGorbechev's playlist, and the last one of it. So let's check this out. This one's called You Can Never Come to This Place. So he's saying this is the final track of the Rainbow Goblins, coming immediately after Plumed Bird. It ends the story with the rainbow deciding never to touch the ground again. The song has a simultaneous feeling of triumph and melancholy that I really love.
Since that incident, the rainbow became very careful and decided never again to touch the ground. So now, although he may wish to, no one will ever again be able to reach either of the ends of the rainbow.
What emotions are you guys feeling with this? Is it like a freeing, pulling emotion, a joyous, a glorious? What do you guys got? Some Queen-esque runs there. A matter of fact, this track kind of has that kind of end of Bohemian Rhapsody kind of vibe to it. Well, it's nice the way he's closing this up like a rainbow, right? He started off with this style, brought it into full, boat, and now he's closing it with the same exact style. Oh, RoboGorbechev, the claps are for you. What an incredible Redeem session. You brought here some incredible music, the Marty Friedman work, this work, and that opening track. Oh my God, the opening track with, the name of it is the Dr. Perez Pokémon track. So entertaining, so musical, so visual as well. I think the Marty Friedman ones were the only ones with thumbnails, I believe, but none except for the one that was the cultural video that was done there. What a great Redeem. I love that. Well, here's the good thing too. What's wonderful about these Redeems that I've done with like DR, and I've done one in, oh my God, the other one, brain fart. Let's see, DR. I'm having a brain fart. Why am I not able to remember? Because I'm old. Hurry up, here comes the emotes. But Square Meal, yes, forgive me, Square Meal. That I get a peek inside because, when we kind of piecemeal the songs as I do normally here on, the Avocado show, you get little bits and pieces of everybody's personal preferences. But when you get to hear a playlist, it's almost like being invited into a very personal spot in somebody's soundtrack of life. And that's an honor for me. That's the way I see it. So, Robo, when I hear this, you allow us into that little zone there. I find it as a privilege to be able to break it down with you. So, that's where I'm feeling with it. Anyhow, guys, listen. That was my 140K Redeem with RoboGorbechev. Let's all give him a big fat hand for sending us an incredible playlist. I'm going to dig out. I am coming back on Happy Aloha Friday, so don't worry about that.